Gino and Jasmine is a problem for Gino and Jasmine, not mine. My problem is when you too many times attack with the same situation. For example, she attacked me because I'm from Venezuela. She attacked Rishi because he's from India. She attacked Jasmine because she's from Panama.
Now, for the people who are unsure of what Jeymi's actually referring to, let's go to the post in particular. So, in this post here, what had happened was that Debbie decided to come out of nowhere for no reason whatsoever, completely uninvited, and decided to make this post here where she says a public service announcement. We work hard to put food in the table for our families. Since when do we let trash harvest the American dollar? Accountability for our actions, what about hers? We don't throw our hard-earned dollars in the trash. And then also says, Panama, come pick up your trash and butt plugs. How to harvest the American buck. Other sordid stories. I mean, listen, why Debbie decided to speak out? Not a clue. Was she in the right to speak up? Absolutely not. And most importantly, purely because when she did speak, she didn't say anything that added any value to anything in any shape or form. All she did was say something that became rather offensive to other people. So much that Jeymi did end up responding initially at the time, okay, something that we did speak about in a previous video. If you haven't seen it before, check it out, please. But with that being said, this is Jeymi now bouncing back again because now she's been stuck in another situation where clearly speaking up, some people just don't want to hear others speak up, and she's obviously responded to comments that she has seen on a thread. And as you can see, she posted on her story with two comments. One comment from being from some person, and this person in particular said, I've seen Jeymi defending her. Nikki will always be on Jasmine's side since they're best friends, it seems like. Now, I'm not too sure which post they were responding to, so it's hard for me to articulate exactly what this person's responding to, but I would imagine. And Shibudu's response to this person was, Nick is an idiot and Jeymi is clinging to her Latina pride. I don't have a clue what that means. She's clinging onto her Latina pride? Huh? I mean, listen, end of the day, Jeymi felt like Debbie went too far with a comment. She obviously had her opinion, and that's just that. I don't know what being a Latina has anything to do with. And also when she spoke here, to be fair, this video is probably after the comment by Shibudu, but she did go out there and mention several people that Debbie has actually spoken, negatively about. One, being someone that is from Panama, two, being someone herself, and also three, someone from being from India. And Rishi is not Latina or Latino, or you know what I mean? Like, it's not Latin, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, there is that. But also on top of that, as you can see, she came out by saying, I will continue to defend people, not my people, but to defend people who want to insult us out of racism and xenophobia. One, because I'm also an immigrant and I've even been denied jobs for being an immigrant. Two, what would happen if I refer to Americans as addicts? I'm pretty sure she was meant to say idiots, to be fair with you, because that's the word that she really uses in the statement, idiots, but who knows. And then she also says, let's be logic. Then also continues by saying, in other words, I will not accept that, Debbie, because she is not a young lady. Attacks from racism and xenophobia exciting hatred, which makes a lot of sense. And then also in the comment section, she further adds on, thank you Alexa for understanding the context and clarifying it. I understand that my English is not good, which is why I think she was meant to say idiots rather than addicts, but who knows. Nonetheless though, I understand my English is not good, and many times they don't understand what I mean. To be honest with you, like, whether people understand what you mean or not, I think it's not that hard to read between the lines when somebody's talking about a certain topic and it's quite clear what the objective is, you know what I mean? But nonetheless though, some people are picky in life. And then also continues by saying, and asking me before judging me, I now understand that I cannot accept expensive things from cheap people. Makes a lot of sense. Now listen, let's keep this simple. Let's keep this a buck. You know the thing with Debbie is that I don't understand here? Debbie is somebody who is 60 something. I'm pretty sure she claimed that she was in her 50s, but she's 60 something or whatever. But really and truly, she may even be in her 70s. You never know, right? But this is a woman who decided to fly all the way to Morocco to be with a man that is younger than her own son. A man that is 3 times younger than her. Okay? Let's just put it out there. No, not 3 times. No, that's more than that. 4 times. Maybe even 5 times. If she's in her 70s, a man that's 5 times younger than her. Actually, no. Technically, it's not. No, it's 3 times. My bad. 20, 40, 60. That's 3 times. But if she's in her 70s, 80s, it could be 4 times. Either way, she went for a man that is younger than the age that she should be going for realistically, and also a man that's even younger than her son. So she's out here talking about other people, how they need to be out of America. And let's not forget, this is the same Debbie that was going to move and leave America to live in Morocco because she wanted to live that retirement life in Morocco where the sun's good, you know, and she was expecting, I forgot my man's name, but she was expecting that guy to pretty much cater to her, to look after her. You see what I'm saying? So the funny thing about it is that she was legit going to actually leave America itself in particular, this place where the hard-earned American dollar, blah, 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 blah. So why did you want to leave your own country then? Why did you want to move somewhere else with a foreign person for that matter too? Maybe she saw him as nothing but a peasant. Maybe she was like, he's young, he's gonna be dumb and naive, and you know, I've got money, so he's gonna want to do whatever it takes to pretty much keep me around, blah blah blah. Because let's be real, there's a lot of people who come from America or even the UK or whatever who have this entitlement of, well, I come from this place, so you should bow down to me. So really and truly, you know, what was your real intention? But then it backfired you because the guy wasn't willing to take any of your BS, clearly. But nonetheless though, it is quite interesting, isn't it, how she's complaining about Jasmine. Meanwhile, she wanted to leave America, you know? Literally, the episode itself in particular, I remember her son was complaining about how she was going to sell this, sell that, leave this behind. Some people just don't pay attention to their own actions, but then sometimes when they do certain things, they actually expose themselves. So for me personally, I can now say to you that this one was never going to Morocco because of art, because she liked the art of that young man. No, she was going there because she was expecting to literally retire and allow him to cater her. She was literally trying to do what Brian did. Remember Brian, when each time he goes to Brazil, he tries to find a young lady so they can basically look after him and help clean his wheelchair and all that kind of stuff and change his little bag and all them kind of things, you know what I'm saying? Debbie was literally doing that. That's what literally, this is what she's telling me. And she literally was like, this guy's a peasant, he's below me. And it didn't work out. But nonetheless though, let me know your thoughts on this matter itself in particular. For me personally, I think if somebody comes and speaks and says that they feel like somebody has been unnecessary with their comments and they make it abundantly clear that they feel like this person is attacking with a form of racism, it's not something that's hard to understand. At that moment in time, you then try and fit the pieces together and then you paint the picture. Clearly, Jeymi has done that. She's noticed on 3 different occasions with 3 different people, including herself, that Miss Debbie has tried to speak ill on people for unnecessary reasons, unwarranted reasons, and she's picked up on the pattern. And that's why she decided to speak up. And let's be real, Jeymi isn't someone that is known for always coming out and speaking about things just for the sake of it. If she speaks up, it's usually because she generally noticed something. You know what I mean? She doesn't just speak up for the sake of clout. She speaks out for the sake of the fact that she knows something and she wants something to say. But for the most part, when she's posting and speaking, it's usually positive stuff. So therefore, you know, I can definitely say that she came out guns blazing with the right intentions. You see what I'm saying? And all I can say is that Debbie was 1000% wrong for even breathing any of this stuff, because this is ridiculous. And yes, let's talk about her GoFundMe. The GoFundMe that is still currently active and nobody wants to give her no love. Debbie, by the way, I want to let you know one thing, okay? The GoFundMe that you made that nobody wants to give you love from, remember, those are American people who don't want to give you no love. Those American people who have worked hard for the American dollar and don't want to give it to you. Remember that. Yeah. Clown. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.